Hey, Brian, 3 minutes till air.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa. Hey, what's wrong?
Something feels terribly wrong, you know? I suddenly, all I can think of are doom and gloom scenarios.
Oh, that's weird. You've been in such a good mood lately.
Oh, I know. Suddenly, I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about the future of America. I keep thinking of crazy conspiracy theories that normally I just laugh off. I mean, I feel this terrible darkness in my soul. Food doesn't taste good to me anymore. I don't see colors. Everything smells like sulfur. Yes.
Yeah, I'm having the same thing.
And you know what? All I want to do is grow a ridiculous goatee, put on tons of weight, and go visit Israel.
Well, there's only one thing that all those things could mean, but no, that's impossible. No, forget it. I'll tell you what, just go and have a good show. Don't think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Jack.
Sure. No, it can't be.
Oh, Glenn's back. Everybody watch your souls.
We're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
This is about jobs.
McConnell said there will be no shutdown.
Put a stop to bullying.
Real cuts, the devil's in the details.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
The president went about this all wrong.
America, we have come so far. We have seen so much. We shall overcome. Yes, we can.
Game on.
Thank you. Good luck and God bless you.
The BSofA with Brian Sack.
Arigato. Arigato. Domo arigato. Thank you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the BS of A. I'm Brian Sack, and now this week's BS. Costs for the skyscraper at the World Trade Center are estimated to reach $4 billion by the time the project is completed. But really, how can you put a price tag on a decade-long embarrassment? Marston Hefner, the 21-year-old son of Playboy founder Hugh Hefner, was arrested on charges of misdemeanor domestic violence this week. Somehow he got the idea that women were just objects. Hugh Hefner says this blemish on his son's record is nothing that can't be airbrushed. Whitney Houston died on Saturday at the age of 48, proving once again that the Lord works in predictable ways. Houston's body was flown to her birthplace, Newark, New Jersey, for a wake that was to be held at the 18,000-seat Prudential Center Arena. It would have been the most somber, depressing event to happen there since every Nets home game. ABC Newsline discovered that antidepressants are regularly being prescribed to treat psychiatric disorders in American pets. Finally, a cure for snowflakes bulimia. Federal safety regulators are investigating rumors of spontaneous driver-side door fires in 2007 Toyota Camry and RAV4 models. Ben, you drive a Toyota Camry, don't you?
Yeah, but it's an 06 model.
Okay, that's right, I forgot. Never mind. Animal rights group PETA has launched a coming soon page at www.peta.xxx, which appears to be a pornographic website operated by the animal rights group. So it will only feature exploitation of women. The New Jersey State Senate approved legislation that would legalize gay marriage, but Governor Chris Christie said he would veto the legislation because he believes marriage is a sacred institution between a man and a pulled pork sandwich. Now, as you know, we've been getting sponsors for our show and keeping all the money for ourselves in order to buy nice dinners and iPads for the staff. This week's sponsor is Keith Romer, who sent us a hefty sum of money and an interesting request. He wants us to promote his business, All Pro Pest Control, and a love song that he wrote for his fiancée, Michelle. So we promise we'll do our best. If you'd like to sponsor the BS of A, please email us at sponsorthebsofa@gbtv.com. Now, this is our last live show in February as we have next week off. I'll be spending President's Day in Florida with my wife.
President's Day? Lame.
Who said that?
I did.
Are you?
George Washington? Yeah, I am. I'm also what Glenn Beck sees looking back at him every time he looks in the mirror. Freak.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this whole President's Day fiasco.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What fiasco?
That it's my birthday, bro. How'd you like to have your birthday celebrated on the wrong day, then have 43 other goobers lumped in with you? Yeah, William Henry Harrison definitely gets the same billing as me. That was a stellar month in office, man. What a crock.
I guess I see what you're saying. It's kind of like my friend Gary, who has a birthday on Christmas, and it always gets overshadowed.
Yeah, no difference at all. Man, I remember when Gary founded our country and when Gary won the Revolutionary War. Oh, wait, that was me. Wasn't it? Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you. You ever been to, Gary, District of Columbia?
No.
Oh, that's because it's called Washington, D.C., my man. Gary can suck on my wig, compadre.
Okay, calm down, Mr. President, okay? Everything's going to be fine. And I think most Americans think of you and Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln? Abe served in the Illinois militia. That's like George W. Bush serving in the National Guard down at Epcot Center or wherever it was. Lincoln was a career politician.
Ooh, okay, well, before you go, can you tell us what heaven's like?
Sure. It's awesome. There's rivers of ice cream. Everyone's nice. And President's Day is called Washington's birthday. Come on! Oh, and the music just got a little better now that Miss Whitney Houston has joined us up in the clouds.
Oh, so sad.
Jefferson keeps ordering her to sleep with him, though, so that's embarrassing.
Okay, great. Thanks. That's enough. Thank you for coming on, Mr. President. George Washington, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hey, took care of that cockroach problem for you.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks.
Now, this one was probably the queen, because it was real big, so it should nip your problem right in the bud, all right? Voila.
That's Ben! You killed Ben!
Damn it. When will I learn?
All pro pest control. No amateurs. All pro.
The White House has sought to clarify its position on birth control coverage, which they...
Good evening, Brian.
Matt Fisher reporting from the Breaking News Center. We've started a brand new dedicated news team devoted to bringing you breaking news stories as they happen. This must be big, Matt.
It sure is, Brian.
What's that?
That's the breaking news drum roll, Brian. It adds emphasis to the breaking news I'm about to break.
Okay.
Brian, pop diva Whitney Houston has died.
Matt, I know that. I think everyone knows that. I mean, that's not breaking news, Matt. That was Saturday.
Wow, all my friends on Facebook are still talking about it. So. Whitney Houston, musical icon.
Yeah, sad story, Matt. Got to keep going with the monologue, okay?
Never forget.
Yeah. After the show, let's have a meeting about what will be considered breaking news in the future.
You got it.
The White House has sought to clarify its position on birth control coverage, which they say... Matt at the Breaking News Center.
Brian, it just occurred to me that Whitney Houston died not even halfway through Black History Month.
What's your point, Matt?
I don't know. I mean, she's black, so it's just sort of an extra layer of tragedy on top of an already tragic tragedy.
Yeah, it's a sad coincidence.
You know, Bodyguard soundtrack? I mean, that was one of the first CDs I ever owned.
Matt, these are observations and fond memories. I need you to change your breaking news criteria.
I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time dealing with it. She sang a lot of the songs that I've, heard and...
The White House has sought to clarify its position on birth control coverage, which they... Matt.
Thank you, Brian. Iran is about to acquire a nuclear weapon.
Okay, wow, that is breaking news. There's an update on Iranian nukes?
No. Sorry. I was just reading out loud an op-ed piece from last week's New York Post. Somebody left me here on the desk. That's scary, though, huh? Think about it.
This just in. The Breaking News Center is canceled.
Do you want me to say that in the Breaking News Center? If it's breaking news, I should say it. No? Okay.
We'll be right back.
chose you to be my girl, to share my life and share my world. I chose you and I chose right. Now we're together most every night. Even more perfect than this, you chose me. You chose me. In a world of loneliness, I was saved by your kiss, and I could never return to a world without your love. No, I can never return to a world without your
Brian, wake up. Brian?
Oh.
You okay? What happened?
I just had the most horrible dream that I was in love with a disgusting rat.
Oh.
Gross, right?
That's so gross. What's that even about? Ew.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
Occupy this fork. Oh,
Get
yeah. Yeah.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week has been brought to you by All Pro Pest Control. And Michelle Stupelli was brought to Keith Romer by Angels. Visit allproutahpestcontrol.com.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are trademarking their daughter's name, Blue Ivy Carter, in order to prevent others from exploiting her image. After all, that's her parents' job. A man was arrested after co-workers at the tax firm where he works alleged that he spiked the company coffee with methamphetamine. In a related story, your taxes are done. Company officials became suspicious when toothless accountants started offering sex for a cup of decaf. A former intern is suing Harper's Bazaar magazine for failing to pay minimum and overtime wages to her, despite the fact that she performed tasks that weren't related to her education. Working like a slave while learning nothing. Let me ask our intern, Molly. Does that sound like an internship?
Oh, yes, my lord.
Some suspect that a mysterious Tourette syndrome-like disease affecting more than 12 high school-age girls in New York may be spreading through social media sites like YouTube and Facebook. Officials are hoping to prevent the syndrome from spreading by diverting it to MySpace. In light of devastating drug violence, the U.S. State Department has issued a new travel warning for 14 of the 31 Mexican states, though some are saying the warning is insensitive. Southern states like Puebla, Villahermosa, and Merida are considered less dangerous, while the State Department recommends avoiding Sinaloa, Nuevo Homicide, and San Luis de Capetato. Denver anchor Kyle Dyer went to the hospital after a dog she rescued from drowning in a reservoir bit her in the face, which is not surprising because well-behaved dogs are rarely thrown in reservoirs. Daniel Radcliffe told the Mirror newspaper in England that he sometimes has sex with random Harry Potter fans, adding, quote, "Generally speaking, I've known the person, apart from a few times when I was drinking," end quote. Okay, I see. So he's saying he was drunk. Radcliffe went on to say that he's become less promiscuous after getting a nasty case of Hogwarts. I was surfing the internet last night, and a thought burst into my head. I hope my wife doesn't walk in right now. And then a few minutes later, a new thought came to me. We need more Facebook followers. So far, we have 2,075 fans who get exclusive content that we only post on Facebook. So I'm launching a new campaign asking people to follow us on Facebook. You just search for the BSofA and click like. That's all it takes. Now, if you're already a fan on Facebook, please beg your friends to join in on the fun. We'll check back in 2 weeks to see just how many new followers we have.
Excuse me, Brian.
Oh, no, not more presidents. I mean, look, I don't want to get involved with your drama.
I heard that some schools across this great nation are taking the whole week off and calling it winter break.
Yeah, my kids have school off here in New York.
Why does winter get all the love? Winter didn't end slavery. That was me.
It's just a good time for a break, Abe.
Bullshit!
You quit being a presidential ghost?
Yes, I do.
We'll be right back. CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference, which draws many of the nation's most fervent conservatives, just wrapped up this past weekend in Washington. Here to report on what happened is political correspondent Matt Fisher. Matt.
Hi, Brian. I'm here at the Washington, D.C. Convention Center where workers are still cleaning up this giant mess.
I'm sorry, the giant mess?
That's right, Brian. CPAC is like the Comic-Con for Republicans. 100,000 conservative nerds trash this place to buy their favorite conservative collector's items, screen clips from upcoming big-time conservative Hollywood movies, and more. It's like an extremely moral Woodstock around here.
Well, that's exciting, Matt. You mentioned big-time conservative movies and clips. What trailers and clips were shown this weekend?
Oh, I've got a program right here. Let me see. On Saturday, from 11 to 1, there was nothing. And then from 1 till close, the screening room just showed clips from old Hannity shows.
Okay. It looks like you got a T-shirt there.
Oh, yeah. Long story short, a wild gang of paid Mitt Romney supporters offered me $500 to run around the hotel pretending I like that guy. There are lots of us, actually.
Okay. Now, what actually happens at CPAC? I assume there are a series of speeches.
Yep. It's conservative culture combining with nerd popular culture. For example, Ann Coulter spoke in complete Klingon makeup. She was a real hit. I think we have a picture.
Yeah, I think that's just how Ann Coulter looks, Matt.
That can't be. Look at her body, Brian. Those are Klingon shoulders. Then Spock himself gave a speech. It was so authentic. He displayed no emotion and awkwardly interacted with other humans.
Pretty sure that was Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney played Spock. Wow. God bless his green-blooded soul. He sure is a good actor. And now he's got the role of a lifetime, acting like a conservative. Oh, Brian. My favorite part of CPAC is all the swag.
Oh, like all the stuff to buy.
Oh, yeah. Geez, I've got Antonin Scalia keychains, Ayn Rand steel cup holders, little rubber Ronald Reagan wall walkers. They trickle down. So cute. I got a Newt Gingrich see-and-say here.
Oh, how do those work?
You pull the string and it slanders different fellow Republicans. They really should sell those to Democrats, because that's the only people Newt Gingrich is helping out at this point.
Well, how much is all this stuff, Matt?
Vendors here only trade in precious metals or gems, or script backed by gold. This chunk of the southwestern border fence, autographed by Pat Boone, cost me 3 weeks fallout shelter rations.
Are there activities for kids?
Sure. Kids can get their faces painted like all their favorites, John Ashcroft, Henry Kissinger, and Jan Brewer, which is free if you can prove that you're an American citizen. Oh, sorry, I gotta go. A bunch of us are gonna road trip down to Arizona to vote for Mitt Romney.
Isn't that illegal, Matt?
Oh, very much so. Wish me luck.
Matt Fisher, everybody.